Good evening to all. Let us discuss with a new topic, that is electronic performance management system. In the last class, we had discussed regarding competency-based performance management system. Uh, in today's class, we are going to discuss about electronic performance management system. So before entering into the topic, let's have a view on this, right? So here, in the previous class, we also discussed regarding a reward-based performance management system. Uh, so, can you differentiate between reward-based performance management system and competency-based performance management system? So, what is the difference between reward-based performance management system, competency-based performance management system, and electronic performance management system? Here, electronic performance management system is a technique which is used in analyzing the employee with using an application, e-application. It's a technique which is used to analyze an employee by using a internet-based tool, right? Here, e-performance management is planning, implementation, and application of information technology in managing the performance management system. E-performance management is a web-based tool that have been designed to make your performance reviews easier than ever. E-performance management places an effective performance management where it belongs to the hands of managers. So this electronic performance management system is a tool which is used to conduct reviews. It is used to conduct reviews, analysis of an employee's work performance. So, well, compared with other tools which are used in analyzing an employee work performance, compared to that tools, those tools, it is very easier. It completely lies in the hands of managers, where the manager is responsible to operate this particular tool. So, an effective performance management system can play a very crucial role in managing the performance in an organization by ensuring that the employees understand the importance of their contributions to the organizational goals and objectives, ensuring each employee understand what is expected from them, and equally ascertaining whether the employee possesses the required skills and support for fulfilling such expectations, ensuring proper aligning or linking of objectives, and facilitating an effective communication throughout the organization. So these are all various criteria of managing the performance. So managing the performance not only lies on organization, I mean the entrepreneur's part, it also lies even on employees' part. So what is the main part played by an employee during a work environment is he need to understand the importance of their contributions to the organizational goals and objectives. So what is this? What does this line states? Ensuring that the employee understand the importance of their contributions. Whose contribution is here? Employee's contribution. So what the employee will contribute during his work environment? The employee should utilize all his skills, past experience, and all abilities and all, and he need to perform the work. So if he performs the work, so what is the result? He performed the work in an actual manner. So what is the result? So the result is ultimate reaching of organizational goals and objectives. So every organization, whether it may be a small or big, used to work by based upon a goal or an objective, right? So here the employee are acting as a resource in order to reach the organizational goal and objective. So here the resources should be full-fledgedly utilized in reaching the objectives and goals, right? Next, ensuring each employee understands what is expected from them and equally ascertaining whether the employees possess the required skills and support for fulfilling such expectations. So it is the responsibility of the management to convey what they are expecting from the employees. In the same manner, it is the responsibility of an employee to convey to the management that what they are expecting in return for their contribution in reaching the organizational goals and objectives. So here mutual exchange is being happening. So both the management as well as the employee are working for reaching their goals and objectives. So if the organization, the entrepreneur openly says what they are expecting, then it is the duty of an employee to understand the feelings of the entrepreneur, what they are expecting from them and all. And it is their duty to project their skills and all in reaching. I mean, they are supposed to give a full-fledged support for fulfilling their expectations and all. So next, ensuring proper aligning or linkage of objectives and facilitating effective communication throughout the organization. So here communication plays an important role, right? So whatever the message passes from the superior till it reaches to subordinate, the message and nature should not be changed, right? The accurate message should pass right from superior to subordinate. While passing through different departments, so no additions to the accurate message should be placed. Nothing should be added to the accurate message which is delivered from the superior side. So if such additions takes place, the correct message could not reach to the end person. So here the thoughts and beliefs of the individual men who are involved in passing the message will be playing a key role. So this should not be happened. So whatever the organization, the superior of the organization delivers a message, it should be passed in an accurate manner. Next, performance management practices can have a positive influence on job satisfaction and employee loyalty. Here, regularly providing open and transparent job feedback to the employees, establishing a clear linkage between performance and compensation, providing ample learning and development opportunities by representing the employees in leadership development programs, evaluating performance and distributing incentives and rewards on fair and equitable basis. So the performance management practices can have a positive influence on job satisfaction and employee loyalty if the employee satisfies with the below reasons, right? So if any organization willing to implement something, so it will result of both, it will be having both positive and negative effect, right? Negative impact, right? So mostly the any organization expects maximum percentage of positive impact upon they implement it, whatever the thing they may implement it. Either the organization willing to implement a new technology compulsorily, they are investing huge amount on it. So in general, they used to expect more positive impact, right? Since they are investing. So whatever the concern may be. So mostly from the management side, they are expecting a maximum percentage of positive impact, right? Whatever they implement, right? Here, the positive influence on job satisfaction and employee loyalty by the following reasons, right? Regularly providing open and transparent job feedback to the employees. So after collecting the data either in the form of questionnaire or feedback forms, so it is the responsibility of the superior to analyze the data, and in return the same responsibility lies on him to give a transparent feedback to the employees, a fair feedback to the employees. Generally, while filling the questionnaire or feedback forms, since the feedback forms are distributed to each and every employee, they are supposed to fill each and every form and return to his superior in the same manner, neither copying or asking any other. I mean, no two employees will have same opinion of one question, right? So he may express his views, and the other person may express his views. So if they return after fulfilling all the form, after filling all the form questions in the form, so it is a responsibility of the superior to analyze each and every form, and he is supposed to give positive, sorry, transparent and fair feedback to the employees. By offering a transparent and fair feedback to the employees, they recognize where they are. They can recognize what what the organization is uh, having a view upon the response from the feedback forms collected. So upon that, the feedback is transparent and genuine. They could easily realize what they are expecting, and at the same time what the organization is expecting, right? So it is mandatory to provide a transparent feedback. Next, establishing a clear linkage between performance and compensation. So this is also one of the reason for implementing a positive performance, sorry, for positive influence on job satisfaction. Here, compensation package. So depending upon the experience, depending upon the qualification, depending upon the achievements, the compensation is being fixed, right? So here, variation should not be shown. Any feelings such as racial, caste, creed, color, such kind of feelings should not be shown. So depending upon the work done by an employee and benefit gained by the organization, the compensation will be fixed, right? So the person who is supposed to fix the compensation should not show any kind of partialities or impartialities. So this will result the increase in performance level of an employee. So if any kind of partiality is shown while offering the compensation package, so entire goal will be deviated, right? The employees will go into an opinion that Even though they work hard for the organization, they are not getting recognized. So this should be avoided. So it totally depends upon the superior who is supposed to rate the employee in terms of their performance, right? Next, providing ample learning and development opportunities by representing the employees in leadership development programs. So here, development opportunities. So this development opportunities is a repeated topic right from our first class onwards, right? So what do you mean by development opportunity? It is a kind of training program offered to an employee to develop his skills, which is beneficial for both organization as well as employee in a similar manner, in a parallel manner. So here the organization will be getting benefited by utilizing the learned skills from the employee in order to operate either a new technology or technology. In the parallel manner, the employee will be getting benefited as an added advantage or experience to post in his resume for a new opportunities and all. If he migrates from his current present organization to some other organization, he may get an extra benefit. It is a kind of extra skill which he had learned from his previous organization. So the eligibility percentage with the new learned skills will be increased. Sorry, it will be helpful in increasing the opportunities for the employee. Next, evaluating performance and distributing incentives and rewards on a fair and equated basis. So it is similar to establishing a clear linkage between performance and compensation. So not only recognizing an employee based upon his performance, it is mandatory to recognize to pay the compensation as announced by the management. There, as we discussed previously, there should not be any partiality or impartiality shown upon recognizing the employee based upon his performance. In the similar manner, here, while distributing the incentives and rewards should be in a fair manner. There should not be any deviations in various aspects while recognizing the employee and distributing the incentives and all. Right? Next, establishing a clear performance objectives by facilitating an open communication and joint dialogue. Recognizing and rewarding the good performance in an organization, providing maximum opportunities. Here, establishing a clear performance objectives by facilitating an open communication and a joint dialogue. What does it mean? So here, the objectives which is fixed by the organization towards an employee should be in a clear way, clear manner. They should understand what the organization is expecting, and they need to lead a path in reaching those objectives fixed by the organization and all. So for reaching these objectives, a clear-cut communication should be passed from the superior side onwards towards the employee, I mean the subordinate, so that it is the responsibility of an employee in reaching such kind of objectives. Next, recognizing and rewarding good performance in an organization, providing maximum opportunities. So here, rewarding an employee in the terms, it is of two types. One is monetary rewards and second one is non-monetary rewards. Here, monetary rewards in the sense of paying an employee in terms of money or equal to money, that is called as a product. Here, money in the sense directly offering a check or product in the sense equal to the money announced, like refrigerators, TVs, holiday packages, cars, scooters, two-wheelers, and all, right? Next, non-monetary benefits in the sense appreciation appreciating an employee by offering medals, certificates, appreciating an employee by giving promotions, by offering promotions and all. So this will mold an employee to work hard, increase his performance by offering various opportunities which helpful for the growth of his career in an organization. So, so benefits of e-performance management system. So how could a superior cadre person, so called as an manager, will be benefited? So how could employee, so considered as subordinate, will be getting benefited by implementing this e-performance management system in an organization? So here managers benefits are the managers receive an instant feedback on performance with drill down to individual employee performance, and he need not rewrite the performance contracts each year, and he could upload and edit from previous period. So these are all the benefits gained by implementing the e-performance management system within an organization by the manager. So he could receive an instant feedback on performance of an individual employee. So previously, by using some other tools other than e-performance tool, so there the manager need to collect the information either through direct observation, either through conduct an interview, or either through his subordinate, or either through feedback forms or questionnaires and all. So but now, by using the latest tool, here the performance of an individual can be analyzed within a fraction of seconds. Once the employee fills the form, digital form, and submits the form within a fraction of seconds, to reach to the manager's desk. There the manager will have a more time to analyze each and every uh, response of an employee. In the same manner, he could maintain a record of employee responses, and these responses could further helpful for the manager while comparing. So since it is conducted frequently, frequently in the sense depending upon the organization size, it may conduct either in a week, either in twice in a year or once in a year. So he need to compare with the past, and there it could be much benefit for him. Just by clicking a button, he could compare with past and present performance views. Next, in the employee side, it clarifies the expectations of employees, self-assessment opportunities, clarifies the job accountabilities, and contributes to improved performance. It clearly defines the career paths, promotions, and promotes job satisfactions. So the employee will be getting clarified upon the expectation. So generally, both the employee as well as employer will have their own expectations, right? Always the employer used to think that we are paying, the employee need to work. The same manner, the employee used to think that we are working, that is the reason why the employer is getting benefited. They are paying, we are working. In reverse, the employer used to think that we are paying, they are working. So working for what they are earning is quite different than uh, increasing their performance for what they are paying. I mean, so working for what, for the salary is not enough, right? Working only for the salary what they are getting is not enough. So the employee should think that if we work hard, if we increase the optimum performance level, so that the organization will be getting benefited, at the same time we can expect something else. So here, what the employee expectations will be conveyed through digital forms, and it clarifies the job accountabilities, and it contributes the improved performance. It clearly defines the career paths and promotes job satisfaction. Career paths, what the career are, I mean, for the career development, training programs offered by the management towards the employees. So here, as we discussed in our previous point, that both employees as well as employees will be getting benefited. From the employee side, the employees used to think that uh, they used to have their own expectations, right? So by meeting both expectations, they could realize, and both could get getting benefited, right? So this is all about e-performance management system. So if you're having any doubt regarding, please let me know. Okay, hope you understand the session. Thanks for listening.